Good evening, traders, and welcome to another StockX post-market recap. Today was a very interesting trading day as we head into a market post-Trump tweet suggesting that he plans to initiate another 25% tariffs. Now, this news definitely caused a ripple in the market the prior day. You've seen that SPX had a low at around 59.59. Futures were down almost 50 to 60 points off the negative press. And you've seen the Canadian dollar take a sharp decline off that news. But the details behind that were very specific, saying that he would initiate those tariffs as a bargaining tool for a secure border and for policies that were American first. So based on that overall situation, the market managed to recover. But it posed a very interesting topic up for discussion, because even though these tariffs can potentially cause higher inflation, we didn't really see the market react in really a negative way. In today's trading session, we're going to be talking about how we navigated throughout the market, especially with the FOMC meeting minutes, and give you an idea about the strategies that we shared. In yesterday's session, we spoke briefly that our prediction was that we have a bullish bias, and we believe that based on the stocks that sold off, including Nvidia and Netflix, would potentially rebound. And in today's trading session, we're going to be going back to those initial comments that we made in the past and go over what happened today. We're also going to be talking about more details of where we see the market moving forward into the very important core PCE, which is going to be coming before the market open. It is a short trading week, so it's important to manage your positions and set the right expectations when you're trading. So let's get into it. So for this week, we started off our day by doing our predictions as we normally do. So every morning we make sure that we prepare for the market, going over the news and the analysis necessary for our success. In today's trading session, we spoke that in order for SPX to really get bullish, it has to really cross that 60-10 and that 60-20, my apologies. This number was going to be our key bullish gamma that we're looking at, and 59.60 is a key bearish number where we might see a potential sell-off. Between 59.80 and 59.90, that's when the market is pretty much in no man's land. So given that, we give the market the edge to the upside as long as 59.80 held. And we discussed the news and all that important information with our levels that you see right over here. Level 1 bullish being at 60.24. In our pre-market notes, which is after our morning call, we spoke about the trades that we had in mind. We knew that Eli Lilly had a very, very strong opportunity for success because of the news that came out. It was up around 4% pre-market, and we shared a trade idea where the 800 and the 810 call was specifically in play. We also, if you guys can recall, had Netflix calls that we had bought yesterday. Okay, so in this right over here, I mentioned Netflix target is level 2 bearish retest at 874. So we had bought Netflix right at this bottom here on yesterday's close, because this was our potential bottom number. That was our extension. So what we had done here is we had basically bought at 866. Netflix wasn't even strong pre-market, but we knew based on our model numbers and our confidence that this was a very strong support, and this is where option buyers would actually excel, and you see that. Okay, so our first profit-taking opportunity was that we had Netflix calls that we managed to bank almost 60% right off the bat based on that trade. It ended up going slightly higher as we sold around 880, but we mentioned here it could go to 874 if you guys recall. We just decided to take our profits a little early because the market was showing signs of weakness right off the bat here. Now, going back into that specific play here, you can see exactly that once that was sold, we decided to focus our attention on Eli Lilly. So Eli Lilly was a trade based off the news, and we got the 810 calls here. Okay, now I want to dig deeper into this trade here and talk about it in more depth. Okay, so the Eli Lilly call was on our watch list. We discussed this during our morning call. So if we go back to our initial analysis, every time we do a morning call, there's always a video and there's always a summary attached. You can see we watch Eli Lilly for opportunities, and many traders in the room made money off this play. So it was a amazing opportunity to make money. So what we had noticed coming into this is that Eli Lilly had strong momentum and strong premiums. In order for us to be very successful when it comes to trading options, is that you have to look for a right opportunity to get in. You also want to make sure that you don't want to catch a falling knife. So what had happened was that we seen this Eli Lilly start to rise, and once it hit around $5, we had a window. It dropped within that 30 minutes. We got in around $2.5, and at that specific point when we got in, it really started to pick up and we made a nice profit off that play. Okay, so that was a great trade that we had taken, and we decided, because the news was great, to roll into the 820s, which also produced an additional 60% profit, but we decided to swing that because we wanted to make sure that we earned additional capital moving forward. So as you guys can see right over here, we mentioned the 820 calls was there. We got the 810s and the we sold at around 100%. So we had a large size off that and we took the profits. Okay, so even though considering that roll, we made a nice trade here. Okay, the only trade that we had a negative experience was with the 5970 scalp. Okay, this trade was looking pretty promising right off the beginning because we did call out that SPX would drop here. So if you look over here, this was a morning opportunity. We did mention that SPX was going to fall at 59.92, but there wasn't giving a lot of premiums. The only benefit I mentioned here about this is we said keep it light, and we bought only a few contracts with that. So it's very important for us traders to know which trades are definitely out of range, and we bought that as a potential hedge because the market did look weak going into the trading session. Now, considering that we called the bottom on Netflix here, we made nice profit off that, and we took nice profits on Eli Lilly, which was an awesome trade. Another amazing play that happened today, it happened with MSTR here, Mike on Strategy. So as you guys can see here, these levels are spot on, and I gave these levels. We spoke a lot about it on Twitter here. So if we go into that, our Twitter, you can see that MSTR bounced right off our level 1 bearish support. So literally right off that specific point, bounced there and then bounced again. And once that really broke, that's when the major sell-off happened here. Our potential bottom is 327 right over there. And level 2 bearish, how that potentially works is that is a temporary support. It pretty much confirms the overall detail that it's a short-term support bounce. So if you're trading this MSTR level 2 bearish, a lot of traders did. They played the temporary pop. You can see from that 340 mark approximately, it bounced all the way to around 364. Now 364 is where it is at a pre-market, so it managed to go there. We said it has potential to see that 372, so you can see that the power of the model. So far it's up pre-market, and we believe that it's going to go back down again and probably retest this 340. We'd love to buy equity on this as well. Okay, now one strategy that we've been talking about a lot in our Twitter feed is buying equities at our estimated weekly low. You see how Netflix proved to be a solid entry point on the bottom, and you see that how MSTR, our numbers are perfectly aligned. You see how we have called the bottom on Nvidia, as well as it continues to hold our estimated weekly low and not breaking down. Nvidia, by the way, we did add equity at this point here, and it opened very strong and it bounced all the way to 139. We always continue to buy our equities at the estimated weekly low and dollar costing averaging at that specific point. So if you guys are interested in building your equity portfolio, this is a great way to continue to buying the bottoms and selling the tops by using this numbers and your analysis. You can also see that we called the potential top on PLTR2. So I'm not sure where that number went, but that disappeared, and ARM here as well. Okay, so our numbers are provided with great accuracy and can be used moving forward. So based on what I know today going forward, Eli Lilly, and this was last week's numbers here, Eli Lilly pretty much has potential to rip through 810. If it does, it looks like it's going to go to 814. UPST, this was an awesome play that we called out yesterday too, gave traders a nice 60% win. But if it can retest and break this $80, it looks like it's going to retest and hit 82, which is a nice place to go. Break above that, you're looking at around 84. And Dell pretty much had a miss on earnings. We bought this as a lotto call, very small size, but it's not looking like it's going to pay off. The whole point of this play here was to play off the potential guide off SMCI, so that did not work. And CrowdStrike as well, pretty much down on earnings as well. We wanted to play a sympathy play with ZS. Traders are well aware that playing earnings is fully risky. So because we have a lot of profits today and we saw the opportunities, we decided to take those plays. Okay, so overall, I'm still bearish on MSTR until it could get to 327.5. We share this numbers live with you guys, as you guys can see. At the beginning of the week here, you can see that many of our analysis and trades pretty much was called right off the bat there. Okay, so very important to see that that our numbers are highly transparent. We always give it before it happens, and we even said that Netflix will see the bottom right over here. We gave the bullish breakout zone, so a lot of information on the Twitter in itself, and has been proven to be very accurate for a lot of the traders here. Okay, so with the overall analysis on this this information, you can see that the MSTR, is bouncing off on all the levels that I mentioned over here, and is definitely great to see there. Okay, so that is all I got for you guys right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this market recap. But overall, we do have the core PCE headed tomorrow here. Our estimated weekly high on SPX is at 60.35, so be aware of that. If core PCE comes in pretty much neutral, this might be a solid opportunity to short your the market here, and we'll definitely be taking a shot on that, because I think what happens is that SPX might take a pop here and then may drop later on. So depending on the outcome of the core PCE, if it breaks through that 60.35, definitely we see a chance for SPX to continue running moving forward. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.